The DNC, good morning.
Be with you.
I think it's one of the most underused words in the dictionary, zany, and it sounds like Mitt Romney is just warming up. So what do you think tonight? Is he going to go after Newt Gingrich?
Well, he also used the word unreliable, and I would say takes one to know one. I think someone who has had more different positions than Carter has liver pills should know that what the term unreliable means. It's a person who's had both sides of the position on whether or not middle-class Americans deserve a payroll tax cut, been for and against bringing troops home from Afghanistan, has consistently focused on making sure that the wealthiest and most fortunate Americans have the wind at their backs, and to heck with the middle class. So Mitt Romney would certainly know what someone unreliable is like.
Truth be told, though, Congresswoman, you'd rather see Gingrich as the nominee, right?
You know, honestly, Chris, it doesn't much matter which one of the Republicans are the nominee.
Oh, that can't be true. That can't be true. Look at the money Mitt Romney has.
It's really,
look at the polls that show where independent voters are. You're really going to try to convince me you wouldn't prefer?
Well, first of all, as far as money, we fully expect that whoever the Republican nominee is, no matter who it is, they're going to have all the resources that they need to be competitive. It's going to be a competitive election all the way to the election, but America is really at a crossroads. This is going to be a choice between two completely different visions for America. President Obama's vision, which is that we have to stand up and make sure that the American dream and prosperity is possible for everyone, and the Republicans' vision, no matter which Republican you're talking about, who think that our policy in government should focus on benefiting the wealthy and the most fortunate. No policy to assist the middle class in making sure that they can get a good job, that they can get a good education, that they can be better off than the generation before them. I mean, this is a party that really is completely out of touch with the average working family. So the dramatic contrast between the two visions is going to be clear no matter which Republican is the nominee.
Well, the DNC certainly has run ad after ad, sort of articulating the points that you just made. Do you think that you guys played a role in his dropping poll numbers?
In Mitt Romney's dropping poll numbers? No, I think Mitt Romney probably owns that all by himself. I mean, when you have someone like Mitt Romney who has said that corporations are people, someone who throws out a $10,000 bet as casually as I would bet $1, someone who says that it's important for us to focus on the wealthy and make sure that we preserve their tax breaks as opposed to standing up for the middle class and fighting for a payroll tax cut extension that middle class Americans can ill afford to lose. I think Mitt Romney is fully responsible for the uncertainty and the angst that voters have. I mean, who wants a president who you can't count on? Who wants a president that has no conviction? You
bring up the payroll tax, and obviously also the White House is having to prepare in case the government shuts down. Give us the odds right now that happens. Is it 50-50?
Well, President Obama is doing everything he can to make sure, as are congressional Democrats, to make sure that we can continue keeping the government up and running. You've got Republicans like Newt Gingrich, for example, who have a track record of not caring about whether or not the government is up and running.
But he's not in Congress right now, to be fair. So do you think?
No, but the leadership of the Republicans, Chris, have brought us to this brink twice before already. It's so unnecessary. We need to come to the table and work together. We have a balanced approach we could take. We could make sure that we ask for a little bit more from people who can well afford to give a little bit more, and ensure that we have cuts to reduce our deficit and make sure that we're creating jobs and getting the economy to continue to move forward. But Republicans are only interested in focusing on keeping the wind at the backs of the wealthy. That's unacceptable, and to bring us to the brink of government shutdown over that it proves how out of touch they are.
Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. You too.
In an effort to save the payroll tax cut now, Senate Democrats are talking about dropping their demand for a new millionaire's tax to pay for it. This new potential compromise comes while Congress is facing that midnight Friday